Hello students, today we are going to take pro rata sum and a very important sum today because we are going to use pro rata ratio. In previous video I taught you how to calculate pro rata ratio. We haven't used it but we have calculated it. In this sum we are going to calculate, also we are going to use it. When to use this pro rata ratio? There is a situation. What is the situation? I have given you a note in the previous video. Just take a note if you have not taken it. I am dictating it again. The condition is it's a sum of pro rata, that is situation 1, condition 1. Condition 2, there is a arrear at the time of allotment. So whenever this two situation is given in the sum, you will have to use pro rata ratio, and using that ratio you will do one working note which I call it as personal working note. So in this video I will explain you how to do that personal working note. Let's start with the sum. Before starting with the sum, again I am going to post this link of this question which we are solving in this video. I am going to post a link of this question in the description box below the video. You can tap on that link, you can download the question, you can take a print out of the question and sit with your question and then watch this video to understand better how we solve this. Okay, getting back to the question, let's start with the sum. Question says XYZ Limited offered 40,000 shares. So how many shares are offered by the company? 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each at a 10% premium. So the face value is 10 rupees and the premium is 10%. If you calculate 10% premium on the face value of 10 rupees, premium is 1 rupee. So 10% of 10 rupees is 1 rupee. So your premium money is 1 rupee. So how much we are going to collect from the shareholders? In all total 10 plus 1, that is 11 rupees. How to collect this? On application 6 rupees and balance on allotment. So 6 on application, total we were supposed to collect 11 rupees. Out of that 6 we are collecting at the time of application. So balance left is 5 rupees which we are going to collect at the time of allotment. And in bracket they said including premium. So out of that 5 rupees which we are collecting at the time of allotment, 1 rupee is of premium. So 4 rupees is of share capital. So this is how the installments are given, only 2 installments, application and allotment. Public has applied for 65,000 shares. How much company offered? 40,000 shares. How much we received application? More than the offer, 65,000. So this is a sum of oversubscription. And whenever there is a oversubscription, we have to go for pro rata. So how pro rata is done? Let's read the question. Shares were allotted on pro rata basis to the applicant of 50,000 shares. So those who have applied for 50,000 shares, we are going to make a pro rata allotment. Money overpaid on application was employed on account of sum due on allotment. So this is well understood. When you are adjusting in pro rata, whatever is the excess application money, you are going to adjust against the next installment, that is allotment money. So even if this statement is not written, you have to do this. It's understood, well understood. But they are indicating it, well and good. Sometimes in question they might not write this. All the shareholders have paid the allotment amount except Mohan, who was allotted 8,000 shares. So allotment money was received entirely except one shareholder. Name of that shareholder given is Mohan. Mohan have not paid allotment money. Now you will have to do personal working note because it is a sum of pro rata and there is a arrear at the time of allotment. So both the situation, if it is there in one sum, you will have to do one extra working note called personal working note. But before that, let's complete this table, student. This table you will make always when there is a pro rata question given to you. So what we do in this table? We always write total first. In first column, this is my column number 1, 2, 3, 4 columns I have made. Applied, allotted, rejected, adjusted. So now I am going to write total application received. So how much total application we have received? 65,000 shares. Maximum allotment. Maximum allotment is always equal to the offer. How many shares company have offered? 40,000 shares. So company can allot maximum 40,000. Above this, allotment is not possible. Now how allotment is done? Shares were allotted on pro rata basis of the applicant of 50,000 shares. So first category, I am writing it as pro rata. So pro rata, how many applications? 50,000 application. We allotted them maximum. What you can allot them maximum? 40,000. You can't allot more than this. So this is your pro rata allotment. To the applicant of 50,000 shares, you allotted all maximum possible allotted shares, that is 40,000. Correct? So this is called partial allotment. If it is partial allotment, we don't write anything in rejected column. When to write in rejected column? Whenever it is 100% rejected, then only you write here. This is partially rejected. 50,000 applied, partially we allotted, and partially 10,000 is rejected. So whenever it is a partial allotment, that is pro rata allotment, you will write the difference in adjusted column. So am I clear with this part? Now second category. For second category, they haven't mentioned anything, students, in the question. They haven't given anything for the second category. That's the reason I always advise students to make this table, because this table helps you to understand the question completely. Now here table will help you how many remaining applications are there. How to get remaining amount, students? From total 65,000, you minus 50,000. So remaining applications are 15,000. Now we can't allot any shares to these people. Why? Because totally it was given on pro rata to this category. So we don't have any shares to allot to them. So this is a case of 100% rejection. We have not given a single share. So this is 100% rejected. You will write in rejected column. 100% rejected, not a single share allotted. Then only you write in rejected column. Am I clear with this? Clear? Now take a total of this. Total of this column is 15. Total of this column is 10. Now you can cross check whether you have done it correctly or wrong. How you can cross check? Your first column must be equal to the addition of all the columns. So 40 plus 15 is 55 plus 10 is 65,000. So your table is correct. Your understanding is correct. So this table also helps you to check your understanding. Have you understood the question correctly? That also you can check with the help of this table. This is a very important table. This helps you to cross check. This helps you to pass first two entries. This is your entry number 1. You will pass your bank entry number 1 with this number. You are going to pass your second entry, transfer entry, with these numbers. So this table also helps you to pass your first two entries without any mistake. Also, third benefit of making this table, you can get the ratio here. So what is the pro rata ratio, students? You have to simplify this. 50,000 is to 40,000. First cancel zeros. So what is the ratio? 5 is to 4. This is pro rata ratio. What it indicates? Those who have applied for 5 shares will be given 4 shares, will be allotted 4 shares. So according to this figure, we got the pro rata ratio. What ratio explains? Those who have applied for 5 shares will be allotted 4 shares. This ratio is very important for our second working note. We are going to use this ratio in our second working note. So before that, let's pass these two entries. So entry number 1, bank entry, bank account debit to equity share application account. Let's write down the working for this. This you will write first column number 65,000 shares. This is number of shares into application money. What is the application money? 6 rupees. So you multiply this with the 6 rupees to get the amount of share, amount for the application. 65,000 into 6. So that is 3,90,000. Now, second entry, that is transfer entry. In transfer entry, I want to cancel this account. So I will debit it. Equity share application account debit 3,90,000. I will write same amount to get it cancelled completely. To equity share capital account. To in capital, you will write allotted shares. How many shares you allotted? 40,000. So for capital, you will write allotted shares. This is how table will help you to pass second entry. 40,000 shares you allotted will go in capital account. Whatever you have allotted will go in capital account into application money. Rejected number, you have to refund them. If it is refunded, you will write bank account. How many shares you are going to refund? 15,000 shares into application money. You are going to refund them 15,000 into 6. This amount you are going to refund them because we haven't allotted any shares to them. Then for the last column, adjusted, you are going to adjust this against the next installment, that is allotment. If you want, you can also write it completely as against allotment. If you want, for the last column, you can give heading adjusted against allotment. So you will always remember that this figure 10,000 you are going to adjust against the allotment account at the time of allotment. So what is that figure? 10,000 shares into 6. This you are going to adjust against the allotment money. So now write down the amount. This will be 4 6 are 2 lakh 40,000, 15 6 are. This will be your 60,000. So this is 3,90,000. Correct? Now be careful with the bank entry. Why be careful? Because they have given us arrear. So you will have to tell me bank entry of allotment with the arrear amount, with the arrear account. So your entry is bank account debit. Sorry, first we pass transfer entry. So what will be your allotment ka transfer entry? Equity share allotment account debit. You have to tell me with the premium. To equity share capital account to SPR account. How much we are collecting at the time of allotment? We are collecting 5 rupees. So write in bracket, what is the total number of shares allotted? 40,000. 40,000 into 5. Out of this 5 rupees, we are going to put in capital account share money. Share money is 4 and premium money you will put it in SPR account. So your premium money is 1 rupee that you will put it in SPR account. 4 rupees are capital money total 5 rupees you have asked to shareholders to pay. Total this will be 2 lakh rupees. 4 fours are 16, 1 lakh 60,000, 4 ones are 4, 40,000. So this is your transfer entry of allotment. Now be careful with the bank entry. Why be careful? Because there is a arrears given. So you tell me bank entry with the arrear account. So bank account debit calls in arrear account debit to equity share allotment account. This is the entry. Now be careful students. This is where we are going to learn new thing. There is an arrear at the time of allotment and this is a sum of pro rata. So you will have to do a personal working note. So let's do personal working note over here. So this is your personal working note number 2. Okay. Now let's see how many shares are there. Mohan is a personal. So person. So this I am doing a personal working note for Mohan. Now how to start with this? You will start with this pro rata ratio. So I am going to write this pro rata ratio. What does this ratio means? Pro rata ratio 5:4. This means those who have applied for 5 shares will be allotted 4 shares. This is what the ratio says. Now let's see how many shares Mohan applied for. All the money was received except Mohan, the allottee of 8,000. We have allotted him 8,000 shares. So you will write 8,000 right below allotment, and we are supposed to find how many shares he has applied at the time of application. So he was allotted 8,000, that you will write below allotment, and we are going to find the number of shares applied by him with the help of this ratio. Now cross multiply. So if you cross multiply, it will be 8,000 into 5 divided by 4. So 4 2s are 2, 5s are 10. So that is 10,000 shares. So for how many shares Mohan applied for? 10,000 shares. He applied for 10,000 shares, out of which 8,000 shares were allotted to him. Now we need to find excess application money. How to find this excess application money? Can you tell me students how many excess shares are there of Mr. Mohan? He applied for 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares applied. This is 10,000 shares applied. How much shares we allotted to him? 8,000. So can you tell me how many excess shares are there? You have to minus this. 10,000 minus 8. So you can, or I will write first excess number of shares. So excess shares are 10,000 which he applied for, 8,000 which we have allotted. So excess number of shares are 2,000. Now we will find excess application money. How to find this? You have to multiply 2,000 shares with the application money. How much we asked at the time of application? We asked for 6 rupees. So into 6 will give you 12,000. Now from this you minus allotment money. So how much allotment money Mohan is expected to give? How many shares Mohan was allotted? 8,000 shares was allotted. How much we are asking at the time of allotment? 5 rupees. So 8 5s are 40,000. So Mohan was expected to give allotment money of 40,000. But what Mohan will say? I have given excess money to you. So excess application money is 12,000. So you minus this. How much after adjusting he was supposed to pay? 28,000. So this is the money which he was supposed to pay. I am explaining again. Allotment money. How much we asked to Mr. Mohan to pay allotment money? How many shares were allotted to Mohan? 8,000. So 8,000 shares into allotment money of 5 rupees, that comes to 40,000. But Mohan, what Mohan will say? I will not pay 40,000. Why? Because I have excess applied, excess application. How much excess application was there? Of 2,000 rupees. So excess application was with the application money of 6 rupees. So excess application money which is with the company already right from the beginning is 12,000. So Mohan will say, why should I pay 40,000? You adjust my excess money, 12,000. So after adjusting excess money of Mr. Mohan, he was supposed to pay 28,000, which as per the question, he has not paid 28,000. Therefore, this is your call in arrear. So this is what I call as personal working note. Why personal working? Because I am just taking into consideration the number of shares applied and allotted by Mohan. So this is a personal working note. This you have to follow the same format of working note for every sum of pro rata. So how to start? I am explaining again. How to start? You start with the ratio, applied, allotted. Then you see in question how many shares were allotted? 8,000. Then cross multiply. You will come to know shares applied. Now you minus it to get the excess shares. 10,000 applied, 8,000 allotted, 2,000 is the excess shares. With the help of 2,000 shares, you can easily get excess application money by multiplying it with 6 rupees, that is application money. Then minus this from the allotment money. You have to compare these two. Compare these two to get the arrear money. So excess application money you will compare with the allotted money, and then whatever is the difference, this is not paid by Mr. Mohan, that is causing arrear. So here I am going to write refer to working note number 2, and according to working note 2, arrear money is 28,000. I hope this is clear how we got the amount. Now coming back to this, how much money we have asked for allotment? 2 lakh rupees. From this we have already credited 60,000 for the excess money. So you are not going to get 60,000. Why? Because already this excess money was received at the time of application. So 60,000 is the excess money which is there with the company, which is to be adjusted against the allotment. So I am adjusting it against the allotment of 2 lakh rupees. So how much we are expecting? 1,40,000. Balance amount you have received after the arrear of Mr. Mohan. So what is the balance amount, students? 1,12,000. So this is how you will have to do a personal working note whenever it is a pro rata sum and there is a arrear at the time of allotment. Thank you, students.